9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Solved Online, the online business information solution service through legislation.gov.uk for all clients at all levels in all problems. And again, the topic of the day is Solved Online legislation update for business solutions and legal aid. Very important. This will be a 20-minute program. And also dictionary, which is to show the root meaning of words in law for business solutions. Solved Online YouTube platform is to report on business solution through legislation.gov.uk by reviewing and highlighting past and present acts. The motto, yes, remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe to help build a global online business solution system on accountability, sustainability, and transparency in growth and protection. Yeah, the motto everyone should know. Solved Online knows that there is no business like the king's business. Number one, like I say, there'll be giveaways, online books, articles, gift card, and like I say, the bet is still there, £100 for anyone that could show any other company, any other firm, any other online solution business that is doing it like Solved Online, providing information, like I say, and solution directly through the screen. Yeah, like I say, Solved Online provides solutions, discoveries, documents, proof, show demonstrations, direction, instruction, and accuracy in correction. That's what we need to build a better economical system. Like I say, let's get to that 1,000 subscribers to start our online tutorial, seminar, webinar to help everyone to be able to, learn how to research like a barrister, solicitor, and lawyer, to be able to get the best, solutions to be able to protect and to grow. Yeah, so we're gonna go over to legislation.gov.uk to see if there's any up-to-date legislations. So we're gonna, like I say, share the first screen, and also I need to send out the link to some of my groups. So I'm just gonna get there first. As you can see, legislation.gov.uk. And again, I appreciate everyone for subscribing, for commenting. Like I say, it's growing fast, and I appreciate the growth because, like I say, this is what, again, the world needs in terms of solutions for everything. And again, it's all right solutions, it's good solutions. It enable you to, like I say, be able to protect yourself and grow, in every circumstances. And also, like, it's also good for knowledge, for education, for your children to have a head start within life when it comes to law. Like I say, parliamentary business is the biggest business, is the business that is controlling our day-to-day life. So what is more better than having a head start within that type of knowledge? Because that knowledge, again, provides you with solutions for your community, for your nation. Again, it provides you with so much things that, you would not be able to be distracted by so many things that is going on right now. And, the law always wins. So why don't you just be on the winning team and follow everyone else, which is on the winning team? And we are being shown this every day that, again, the law wins. And as you can see, this big event showing you that, again, over religion, over opinions, groups, the law wins. So, like I say, going in the winning direction is law. So, like I say, pick this up. It's Solved Online. Again, be able to provide you the solutions, through legislation.gov.uk. So now, so we're going to go to the home page, and we're going to go down. So it's legislation published recently. So there's 6 for the UK statutory instruments. So this is the one that we are, focusing on. So it's going to click this. So for, like I say, for anyone's in Wales, you could go and check, say if there is any just like I say, Wales viewers, just leave your comments to say, okay, wanna highlight these things. Also, anyone in Scotland, do the same thing. And again, we'll appreciate the view, appreciate the comment, and we will apply that comment to the next show. So now we're gonna go down and I say today's one. So as you can see, and it shows you 6. So it's very, very important ones. Yeah. And the first one is the Charitable Incorporated Organization Insolvency and Dissolution Amendment Regulations 2020. And the other one, so the second one is the Contracts of Difference Electricity Supplier Obligations Amendment Coronavirus Regulation year 2020. And the next one is also, again, the early years foundation stage exemption from learning and development requirements and childcare exemption from registration amendment regulations 2020. Very good. And we also have the third one is again the VAT added tax zero rate for personal protective equipment, which is PP. So extension coronavirus order 2020. So that is good. So like I said, those people that are in construction and do purchasing their PP, they should know that they have zero rate. So if they're getting charged tax, then again, this is something that would help you solve every little thing. Yeah. And we also have the next one, the air traffic management amendments, etc. EU exit regulations 2020. That's why I say there's a solution for everything. Once you're on legislation.gov.uk, you'll see a solution within something. The next one is the civil aviation insurance amendment EU exit regulations 2020. And as you can see, there we go. And that's it for, again, UK statutory instrument. Now, just gonna go over to we're just gonna stay on the same shared screen, and then gonna get to that legal aid. So we're gonna type in legal aid and see what comes up. I did revise it a little bit, but so we're gonna get to the first initial aid. So again, these are, so like I say, we're not, so as you can see, titles, and in your title you put in your search name. So I'm gonna get the results back. So your title will search for legal aid in primary and secondary legislation has returned more than 200 results. As you can see, primary, secondary. So these ones that are without the in the beginning, are primary. So the most primary one is, so other than, again, divorce jurisdiction, court fees, and Legal Aid Scotland Act 1983. There's also Legal Aid Scotland Act 1986, but we're not, in none of these parts. We're just gonna go with the actual UK. Follow me over there, UK Public General Acts, and so I'm saying it is again Legal Aid Act 1988. So just gonna click on that and see what it is. So for today, we're gonna go through the introductory text, and like I said, there will be other parts to it. So just again tune into the other parts. So first, comment. Again, appreciate for passing through. Bless up again, my brother King. Yes. So one moment. Yeah. Okay. So remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So we're gonna get back into the legal aid. So like I say, everyone, what I'm saying, is going through, if they're going through any legal issues and, ain't got certain funds and, or, like I say, would need legal aid, would need aid in, certain events, it's good to have, and, but to know how it works and to know, who is able to aid you is very good, and, what they're able to aid you in, and if they, like aid you in the wrong way, misrepresent you, you could be able to, like I say, have a remedy for that. Because, like I say, there's a lot of that going on. You get legal aid, but they're not really performing to, their ability. So at least this will give you, a little brief understanding in terms of, again, who's involved, the powers that they have, and how they're supposed to work. So it's a lot of sections. So it's gonna go through the introductory text. So that's why there's different parts to it. So the first one is part one, the preliminary. So the purpose of this act, and you have the interpretation. That's the second. So these are very important because, again, interpretation of the law is very important to know where the power is coming from. So that's very important. There's part two. Let's point in the arrow so everyone knows. Yeah, you have, again, legal aid board and legal aid. So this is something that, like I say, is very important. These are where the authority is. And again, to know the authority is to know that, again, if there's something that you don't feel that you're being represented right, you know who to go to, and again, they be able to take up. So yeah, so you have the, so part two, three, the legal aid board, and you have also four powers of the board, five duties of the board, six, board to have separate legal aid fund, and seven, accounts and audit. Very important to know. So as you can see, there is that solution. So there is a solution in case there's any, like I say, misrepresentation or something you're not happy with. Yeah, so there's also, again, part three. So advice and assistance. So again, this is the part where you may need to understand what type of advice or assistance you are getting from the legal aid, and who can, again, advise you or assist you. So again, you will say part 3.8, scope of this part, and 9, availability of and payment for advice and assistance. So 10, financial limit on prospective cost of advice or assistance, and 11, payment for advice or assistance otherwise than through legally assisted persons contribution. So it's important. 12, limit on costs against person receiving assistance by way of representation. Yeah, 13, cost of successful unassisted parties. So very important. See, so like I say, you're getting charged when it's not even successful. So these are things, that you need to know or see. So, so these are things that you need to know when you are going, because there's a lot of people, and like I say, should be, relevant to a lot of people. And, these are the things that you need to understand. These are the things that, deal with your livelihood. Yeah, so we have, again, part 3A, mediation. And again, we don't even know what mediation is, because we go through so much a process and don't know what it is. Yeah, so the part 3A is scope of this part, 13B, provision and availability of a mediation. 13C, payments for mediation under this part. Then we also have part 4, and that's like civil legal aid. That's 14, part A 14, scope of this part. So it tells you about a part. So, there's a different civil legal aid. There's a difference. availability of and payment for representation under this part, reimbursement of board by contributions and out of cost of property recovered. 17, limit on costs against assisted party, and again 18, cost of successful unassisted party. So that's 18. Yeah, so we have 4 down. This is 5, criminal legal aid. So like I say, a lot of youth are going through this. So like I say, very important to know. So it's like for everyone. So like I say, if you're not interested, I put someone that is going through this issue on board so they could be able to understand. So this is what's happening to everyone, not being able to learn what is being done to them. So like I say, criminal legal aid. So 19, the scope of this part. 20, so the competent authorities to grant representation under this part. 21, availability of representation under this part. 22, critical. Yeah. So you say that's it. Critical for aid of representation for trial proceedings. So sorry, criteria for aid for criteria for grant of representation for trial proceedings. Sorry, like say 23, we have again reimbursement of public funds by contribution. 24, contribution orders supplementary, and we have 25, payment of costs of representation under this part, and we have 26, payment for advice of assistance where representation under this part is subsequently granted. There you go. We have again part 6, and this is legal aid in special cases. So care proceedings. So 27, representation in care proceedings, scope and competent authority. 28, care proceedings and the availability. Yeah, so part 6. Yeah, and there's also um, contempt proceedings. 29, representation in contempt proceedings and the supplementary. 30, supplementary. So part 6, part 7. So general and supplementary. 31, the act. So act not generally to affect position of legal representatives or other parties. 32, selection and assessment of legal representatives. 33, legal aid complaints against barristers and their exclusion from legal aid work. 34, regulations. 35, advisory committee. 36, orders and regulations general. 37, laying of boards, annual reports before Parliament. 38, restrictions of disclosure of information. 39, proceedings for misrepresentation, etc. 40, and you have again adaptation of rights of indemnity in cases of advice, assistance, or representation in civil proceedings. And then you have 41, application to the Crown. 42, finance. 43, definitions. And then you also have again 8, part 8, miscellaneous, Scottish provisions. Again 44, Scottish provisions, Then you have supplementary 45, amendments, repeals, and transmissional provisions 46, amendments of Legal Aid Act 1974, pending repeal, and 47, short tool commencement and extend. So, and then you have all the schedules, and it shows you all the schedules there. And yeah, so I would say this is all very important. So to even know, so that's good. We're gonna go, I can say, into it further into part 2. We're gonna go into certain parts that we need to know about fully. Then, like I say, now it's gonna get up a word so we can end the program with. Very important. See, I was didn't prepare the word, but it's gonna, you have to get a word just to be able to again close, so give a bit of understanding of something. And like I say, it's very important. Like I say, people going through legal aid, so this is very important for us to know as a community, as an individual. So like I say, when that's why I like, share, comment, and subscribe. So other people can be able to get help in certain situations, or just educate themselves in certain situations, because it's very important to know. Yeah, so all right, so there's one word I could pick up, and let me just share that screen. Very important short word. Okay, yeah, and that word is society. Very important. Society. Yeah, society, as you can see there. Yeah, and society, again, an association or company of persons, generally not incorporated, so united together for and mutual or common purpose in a wider sense, community or public, people in general. Society, yeah. Again, we have it also in Latin, yeah. The partners of my partner is not my partner. Yeah, we're gonna go through some. Yeah, these, what these are called. These words, these phrases. Yeah, these phrases. Just to remember these phrases. We're gonna go through a lot of these. So this is something else we could go through. Also, maxim, law maxim. We go through some law maxim. So this is very important to know. Yeah, so this is very good. So we could have an understanding. So it's with a lot of teachings for the future, a lot of different things. Like I say, get your children involved. As you can see, this is, children free, no swearing, nothing really. So get your children involved. Like I say, share to a friend that is going through something in legal aid, court proceedings. And again, just to close, again, solved online, the online business information solution service, through legislation.gov UK for all clients at all levels in all problems. Again, and today's topic was again solved online, legislation updates for business solutions and legal aid. Again, and dictionary, which is to show the root meaning of words in law for business solutions. Solved online YouTube platform is to report on business solutions through legislation.gov.uk by reviewing and highlighting past and present acts. Remember, always very important. I appreciate everyone that's already doing it. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to help build a global online business solution system on accountability, sustainability, and transparency in growth and protection. That's what we need for our community, this world. And the motto solved online knows that there is no business like the king's business. Yes, remember the king. Yeah. And again, give thanks and praise and appreciation for everyone that passed through. And see you on the next show. Peace.